fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for Sunday's evening chat, people, okay? And, you know, I've been taking it easy today. I'm headed to the gym, and I decided to reach out to my peeps on this Sunday. Such a beautiful day today where I am at in the beautiful world of the South in US of A. And I need to talk about Alexander Usyk's choosing. We got Joseph Parker never losing. And I wanted to recap on what took place last week, you know, as far as stories go, and the most prevalent story, starting from the most recent. We got Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, that just really came out and admitted pretty much what everybody already knows. You know, hey, I'm getting soft. You know, I've been soft for a minute. I was too soft. It was to the money, due to the money. I think it was other things. We got Whiter McCrackerson in the building. We have AR Bars. We got Matthew Ryan. Big up UK. Big up. We got Tony Lyons. Bars. Yo, literally just watched your last video before I go to bed. It's 12:42 in the morning here. Tony Lyons, welcome, bro. I'm glad you checked it out, though. You know, you and thousands more will watch it. God willing, people. Counterpunch to everybody there. Conrad Francis, member in the building. Counterpunch to you. Yeah, I'm going to get it in, bro. I can feel a good workout coming. You know, I feel a good workout coming. I would love to work out and go live like I used to at the Plex back in the day. That's one of the things pre-COVID I used to miss about going to the gym, but it didn't happen that way. Oh, Conrad Francis, happy birthday to the main member of the day. Happy birthday, Conrad. Counterpunch to you. Everybody wish Conrad Francis a happy birthday. Will you? Okay? The day is your day, sir. Is it today or was it today? Because see, it's still 6:42 here. So it's either today or tomorrow. My day, your tomorrow, or today, your yesterday. It depends on where you're at. Oh, it's today. Counterpunch to you. Today. And it's crazy. That day is pretty much over, but it's still today here. So that's big. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Nothing like it. Nothing wrong with getting a year younger. Yeah, man. But back to Wilder, you know. I think Wilder, you know, I think he went soft. I think, you know, because of the heavy emotions. So I think that's what's going on with him. You know, shout out to 78 Sports TV for getting the interview with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder needs to get his stripes back, man. He really needs to come up. He needs to show us that he's able to overcome, man. Because, you know, I know everybody goes through things, but, you know, if he keeps losing, that means that everybody else, including the problems, have overcame him. You know, he wasn't able to overcome the problem. So, you know, I think that Wilder needs some wins. He needs to knock somebody out seriously. And then when he does that, he'll get some of those guys back, those obnoxious people that love and worship him. And then if he fights someone credible, then he'll be back in the mix. So he needs 2 wins. A win for a tune-up, then another win from someone serious. He needs both wins, though. He can't go with one and then without the other. He can't do that. He needs 2 wins. He's on a 2-loss streak right now. He can't go 0-3, people. So that's Wilder right there in a nutshell. You know, Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Everything is good, man. Everything is good. I am coming close to the lake. It's such a beautiful lake, people. I want to show you guys like the lake real quick. Here is the lake side of Louisiana. So, well, the lake's actually back that way. Actually, if I got time, and I think I do, I don't know if this is open. Yeah, it's open. Why not? Why not? Why not? So, yeah, the weather's kind of high, so I'll grab you guys, give you a little sightseeing for here just a second there. And this is the beautiful Lake of Cypress, people. You know, this is the boat launch where all the fishermen and all the fishermen's men go to launch their damn boats to catch some fish, people. So this is that, you know, beautiful scenery. Get you guys a little turnaround, a little spin there, right? So there you go. There is Cypress Lake. All right, cool. Looking good, Kurt. I like your shades. Pretty much appreciate you, brother. They are the Ray-Bans. You know, I walked up to my cousins. They were like, hey, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you talking about? Hey, you know, you look like 5'0". You know, so I do look like a narc cop, don't I? You know, typecast. Kurt, do they have gators there? Absolutely. This is Louisiana, bro. This is Louisiana. Here, Florida, oh yeah, Gatorland, swamps, absolutely. Cop shades, yep. Freeze! Freeze! So, ex-con in the building. Member! Bill Keaveney. Members in the building. That's what I'm talking about, people. More news. Derek Chisora calling Alexander Usyk a runner or a ducker. A runner and a ducker. That's what they call him, right? Well, Derek Chisora, you know, peeps, I look at Derek Chisora. I like Derek Chisora, man. Derek Chisora, I think, is working on a master plan, you know. So, but Derek's that guy that's too legit to quit. You know, it's crazy that how a guy that's an honorary gatekeeper becomes the #1 IBF heavyweight contender. That's crazy. You know, I know how it happened, you know, and hold on a second. Del Boy always makes me laugh. Yeah, man. Del Boy be talking some shit, though. You know, you could hear Del Boy. Yeah, you know, Usyk, he's ducking Parker. He's ducking Parker, bro. Yeah, he's ducking Parker because he doesn't want to give Parker that work. He doesn't want to give him the fight, bro. I don't know. I don't know this guy. He needs it. He needs it. Parker deserves it more than Daniel Dubois. He's already fought Daniel Dubois. Daniel's already quit. He took a squat. He didn't get up into the 10 count, bro. He quit, bro. Derek Chisora. Marlon Thornell. Chisora is a journeyman that's making millions. Great businessman and game as heck. Yeah, I mean, you see, the thing is about Derek, though, I figured it out. He just doesn't give a shit. Derek doesn't overthink anything. Derek comes at you and he does the same thing each and every time. Each and every time. He's going to fight you. He's going to try his best, cut off the ring, throw punches and bunches, apply pressure, and he won't stop until the bell rings or he gets knocked out. So that's pretty much it. Scance Ranch, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Great. Zachary says, I got hands. Daniel duck, jab, Dubois. Duck, jab. That's funny. All right, Kurt gave you a like. Joker MP1, appreciate the like, sir. You didn't have to, but you did. And then speaking of that, everybody hit the like button. Are you buying what Wilder said? Well, yes then no. Because see, here's the thing about Wilder: you can say what you want to the public. You know, I mean, I look at Wilder like this. I think third time's a charm. Oh, look, this thing is horrific. It's crazy because it's like they got it down at 30. You know. Saw this dude spar, and let's just say he should stick to Uber. Say this guy spar, and just say he stick to Uber. All right. You seen me spar? When did you see me spar, sir? That's what I want to know. Because if you seen me spar, that means you was around. So if you was around, why didn't you spar with me? Then we could have sparred each other. Unless you're a heavyweight. If you're just a little bitty shit talker, I mean, that's another thing. I mean, I don't have any problem sparring anyone less than me, especially if they're talking like you're talking. But if you seen me spar, that means you was around and you couldn't say nothing. Because there's no recorded spars of me sparring. Boxing, martial arts, sure, not boxing. I just saying what I saw. Okay, you just see what you saw. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. I always kill this guy's name. Matt Tyson. Gotta check you talking tough now. Okay. Zachary, where you at? Because it seems like you're the only one talking tough. I mean, you're typing tough. Let me be correct. You're typing tough. So let me not mess up the jargon. You're literally really not talking, just typing. Kurt, he was watching. He wasn't in the ring with you. No, but the thing is, where I spar, it's a room. So he had to come into the room and spar. So we spar a lot. And we've sparred a lot. Google Forrest Whitaker stunt double spar. Footage of DeVille all over Google. Damn. Is there any question about who Usyk fights next? Yeah, there is. I mean, we don't know yet. I like how Derek just threw that in there, though. He's running. So that's a good little narrative to run with. To say the least. Wicked intent. Kurt would knock you. Well, the thing is, man, people don't understand. I mean, until I don't know, just people are internet gangsters. They come on people's channels. They want attention. It's all cool. It's all good. Whether if you were great or not, it takes guts to credit to box. I went to a boxing gym, and it takes work to even spar. Absolutely. You're just fighting with headgear on. You got a mouthpiece, headgear. You know, wraps, gloves, you and your balls, and the other person. That's it. Coach, stop reading troll comments. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know why people would track to negativity. You think Bud can stop Canelo? No, I don't think he can stop Canelo. I just think he beats Canelo. You know, I mean, because here's the thing. What people don't understand about Canelo is Canelo's not good with those type of fighters. See, here's the thing about someone like, okay, who would probably be the best skilled fighter Canelo has fought lately? Think real hard about that before answering. Who was the most skilled fighter that Canelo Alvarez has fought lately? Think about that. Bivol. Did he beat Bivol? No. Lara. I said lately. Mark, not saying Lara is not skilled, But who has he fought lately that's skilled? Who is the best skill fighter? Bivol, probably Bivol. Okay, New Media and 876 Bivol. Tony Lyons, Skrilla 50 Bivol. You think Tank ducking Shakur? I don't know what Tank's doing, and I really don't care at this point because Tank has his own problems, and it ain't. It's not Shakur Stevenson. Bivol on another level of his own. Man, he beat Lara. He ran all night. Well, the thing is, if he was able to run all night and Canelo couldn't cut off the ring, but then yet Lara was able to outland him, that's a problem. Tank got internal issues in his camp. Well, I mean, him and his coach fell out. We know that. I mean, it wasn't even worth me reporting it. You know, it's like I could have, but I didn't. I don't understand how some people think Tank is a star or a face of boxing. The only big fights he's had is Ryan. Who does Lara fight next? I don't know who Lara fights, but I can tell you something about Lara. People used to call him a runner and all that. He don't have those legs no more. Most of those Cuban fighters, they get up in their 40s, they start losing their legs. Look what happened to Luis Ortiz. He didn't have his legs no more. He was just this planted, counterpunching fighter now. You know, a big, like Ortiz, when he was younger, he was a bigger, burlier guy. He was younger, he was bigger. You remember seeing him maybe about 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, he was about 40 or 41. So we'll go back to past, see, it's 2025. Even 2018 was 7 years ago. So let's go to 2015. When you saw Luis Ortiz, he was still able to kind of move those legs. But as the next few years came in and he got closer and closer to late 30s and early 40s, what ended up happening was he couldn't move no more. The same things happened to Lara. You know, the same thing is happening to Lara. Lara's not able to move like he did against Canelo. And a lot of people call that running, but if he was running so, why didn't Canelo cut the ring off? Shout out to my man, Wicked Intent Semi with that Cinco. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Stop it, DeVille. Ortiz was born in 1979. Guess what? So was I. He ain't 70. He ain't 45. And I'm going to tell you, Yoel Romero, the UFC guy, already told off on him because Romero's like 48. And he said, bro, Luis Ortiz is not 45. He's a lot older than that. And that's coming from another Cuban, bro. You know, Lara stopping guys now that he got legs. It's crazy, right? Now he don't have legs and he's knocking people out. And look, I like Lara though. He was always a guy that was an underrated puncher. And what people don't understand, when Canelo, after he got a decision over Lara, you know, and he was like this, no me gusta correr, me gusta pelea, and él correr toda la noche, no me gusta este ritmo. But he had those glasses on because the dude's shiner, he had a shiner. His mom was looking crazy. Because Lara was, you know what I mean? Yeah, he was moving, but he was also sticking and moving. You forgot the sticking part. Stick and move, not just move. He wasn't pulling the damn Shakur Stevenson. No, Lara was, and then the guy Canelo had no answer for the shit. So what I'm saying, people, is you're asking me about Crawford. The only thing that can hurt Crawford is, believe it or not, his age. People are talking about his size. What about his age? His age may be an issue against Canelo. Canelo's what, 34? He'll be 35 this year, right? Martin Ramos, salute Ramos. Appreciate you, brother. Kurt, you think Fabio will be this His problem, some people thinking he gonna beat. I honestly believe he will pick fights with people he knows he can beat. Well, based on him and Frank Warren, I think they're looking for someone that they're trying to build him like they're doing all those other fighters. And I mean, that's the promoter's job. So will he pick fights that he's sure he can beat? I mean, look at the Frazier fight. He went back in that fight right away, and that was a fight of the year. So I don't know if they're going to necessarily just go all out and cherry pick for Fabio Wardley, but I think it's going to be some careful selection when they do. You know, see, someone like Jarrell Miller, that's why I saw like he costs too much money. Well, see, the thing is, Jarrell Miller's a dangerous guy because I don't see him knocking out Jarrell Miller like he did Frazier. He said Luis Ortiz is the founder of boxing from the Stone Age. Is that Furman Girick? He said Lara beat Canelo. Joseph Frost, yeah, but they're running, and Lara overdid it and stopped engaging the last few rounds. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't have recommended that, Joseph, him doing that, but understand the way that fight was fought, he won that fight. He won it off points. He won it off ring generalship. Canelo was missing big. Canelo tried to pick his ass up and slam him that time because he was getting frustrated. See, ask yourself this question. The way Lara fought Canelo versus the way Canelo fought Triple G, the first fight, the second fight, Rocky Fielding, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. Who else was there? Who else did he beat? Because he beat someone else. Who was that other guy that he beat? He beat Danny Jacobs. So ask yourself this. He had fun with Danny Jacobs, but is Danny Jacobs actually a Lotta? No. Danny Jacobs is nothing like a Lotta. Understand, those guys, there are levels to those guys. That's why Danny Jacobs is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. You know, he gave Triple G all he could handle at once upon a time, but Triple G still beat him. You know, what happened to my man Guerrero Rigondeaux? He's still boxing. Believe it or not, he's still boxing. He's still there. He's like 44, 45 maybe. But a young old guy. Okay. And see, I haven't seen, beside like Canelo, you got Caleb Plant, probably overrated. Caleb Plant, overrated. But good performances by Canelo. I'm not trying to take anything away from Canelo because Canelo beat those dudes' asses. He crushed Billy Joe Saunders' eye after Billy Joe ridiculed Danny Dubois, which was funny as hell. He knocked out Caleb Plant in the 11th round, which I think that was his best win since. Because he hasn't done that since. Okay? He hasn't done that since then. After he knocked out Caleb Plant, he ain't stopped nobody else. Nobody. He's dropped some guys, you know, flash knockdowns and shit like that. You know, Jermell ain't on Lara's level. Belanga's not on Lara's level, nowhere near. Mugia is an action fighter, but he's not on Lara's level. He's not on Bivol's level. He's not on a Mayweather level. He's not on these guys' level. And those are the three top fighters that he's ever fought. You could throw Triple G in there, because Triple G actually beat Canelo, but it's Canelo. So Canelo was with Golden Boy, with all the protection that Golden Boy had to offer at the time. I don't know why Canelo's mad at Oscar, because Oscar protected Canelo like he was his baby brother. And he did what he did for him, and he did what he did for his reputation and his record. The only person that he's lost to, well, two people now, is Floyd and then Bivol. It's supposed to be Floyd, probably Lara. He should have fought Lara again, which he did not, and then Bivol. Okay, but he only has officially 2 losses on his record and 2 fucking draws. Crazy. I'm making a video about you and you giving steroids to a boxer, getting him banned. I've got Richie. Oh, dude, come on. Rigondeaux, a top 5 talent, snatch your jaw. Well, Rigondeaux Rigondeaux was probably one of the most skilled, and it lets you know how good people like Lomachenko is. Because Lomachenko made Rigondeaux quit. Okay, he made Nicholas Walters quit. Right, he made a lot of these guys quit, bro. Loma, old man at 36. Yeah, too many. Look, too many fights, too many amateur fights, too many bouts. Yeah. Rigondeaux was nice, but too old, in my opinion. He was near 50 in a Loma fight. Rigondeaux's old. But I mean, being Cuban, you don't know how to do anything else. You know, he just knows how to fight. You know? Lara and Canelo both deserve a 1 in the loss column. That fight was terrible. What did you think about the top-ranked fights last night? I didn't watch them. Marlon Thornell, sleepy time. Stevenson hands are made of graham crackers, so it's not as laughable as you think. You know, you're absolutely right on that. The dude's hands his hands are damaged. Stevenson has some bad hands, so you know, to talk about how boring Stevenson is, but not mention his damaged ass hands, his brittle ass hands, I think that's wrong, because he does have bad hands, bro. I don't know what he's done. I don't know what, I don't know what the hell he's done over. I just think, well, he needed to lift more weights or something, help his bone structure or some shit like that. What do you think about Wilder has left? Should he have made any team changes? I'm not sure. I would have got rid of Malik Scott, because honestly, I don't think Malik Scott is prepared to coach Wilder. And I think if Wilder really took his career seriously, he would consider that Malik Scott, not calling Malik Scott a bad trainer. What I'm saying about Malik Scott is a distracted trainer. He got freaking Kate Abdul over here. He just got married, for Christ's sake. That dude, no. With that girl, hell yeah. If Plant had power, he would be a problem. Yeah. I mean, to Canelo, he would, because he hit Canelo with some shots. Yeah. You know. I think Malik, yeah, I think, I mean, look. People be talking about Malik Scott, man. Malik Scott's a lucky duck. He's a lucky duck diving ass trainer coach. That man got Kate Abdul. Kate Abdul is fine. I remember Kate Abdul when she was on PBC. I remember her. She was like the best thing on PBC. You know what I mean? That's why I used to watch PBC, And with that British accent, get out of here. The J. Roos theory in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Loma still beats most at 35. I mean, but can he win a decision? He could probably beat him, but can he win? That's the difference. Marlon Thornell gifted 1 Counterpunch Boxing News membership. Counterpunch to you. Beterbiev versus Canelo. I would like to see that, and I think that would probably be a better fight for Canelo. That would be a dangerous fight for Canelo. But Canelo, I think, could probably be more, because he can't beat Bivol, bro. Canelo will not beat Bivol. Canelo won't beat Bivol on his best day. The Canelo that possibly could beat Bivol is not the Canelo of today. Period. He's just not. He ain't the dude that knocked out Caleb Plant in 2001. 2001 was 4 years ago. He ain't that dude. I'm sorry. He ain't that dude. Malik and Wilder friends, it don't work like that. Beterbiev would beat Cinnamon Sticks out of Canelo. I would like to see it. Imagine if Beterbiev stopped Canelo. Bro, that would be legacy stuff. Because there's no guarantee that Bivol will give Beterbiev a third fight. And then plus, if he fought Canelo, if Beterbiev fought Canelo, he wouldn't have to chase Canelo. Because Canelo's a counter guy, but he has cement feet. Upper body movement, much. Great upper body movement, head movement, good stuff. Not as much as it used to be, which would be a problem for Canelo. However, Beterbiev would then not have to chase Canelo. He would just break him down. It was either Canelo hurts Beterbiev with counters that he doesn't see, or Beterbiev runs right over Canelo Alvarez. He's 5'8". You know what I mean? But that, bro, no. Bill Keevaney, unfortunately, no. 90-10 Canelo. Beterbiev 90%. Canelo 10%. Canelo and Beterbiev both throw about the same amount of punches and both have chins. Well, I want to see how Canelo takes those type of shots, because he's never been in there with no one that punches like that. That's the shit I want to see. How good is Canelo's chin? And like we all know about Canelo Alvarez, we know any fighter with a chin, that shit is a ticking time bomb. It may take one punch. It may take 100 punches. But how about that 101st punch? That 101 punch. That one punch over 100. Boom. It might be all over. Imagine Canelo getting knocked out. Crazy. It can happen. I've been telling people for the longest. What have I been saying about Jaime Munguia? Do you guys remember what I've been saying about Jaime? Do you guys remember what I've been saying about Jaime Munguia? I've been saying, if Jaime Munguia don't close his mouth, he's going to get his damn jaw broke. He's going to get knocked out. And what just happened? Bow! His ass was out because he doesn't know how to grit down to take shots. He's like a moron. He's like one of those, you know, one of those guys, you ever seen them stupid kids that got their mouth open? He takes punches like that, dude. I want Keith Thurman versus Tank Davis. Tank ain't coming up. Tank's been spoiled. You want to see a spoiled fighter? See Tank Davis. He ain't going to 140, bro. He ain't going back there, which he was there, which was stupid. That just lets us know you can make the weight. So why are you not going to 140? He ain't trying to challenge himself. He's a prima donna. He's not a Floyd, and he's not a Manny Pacquiao, and he's never going to be on that level. I'm sorry. So you have the best of this era as far as fighters that are under light heavyweight. Mayweather, Pacquiao, Canelo. I mean, you can argue Triple G's there. Oscar De La Hoya. Tanks likes fighting featherweights. Yep. Is that all you got, George? Is that all you got, George? He's probably telling that George that right now. You got to tell George every day. Every day he say the same thing. You believe that, Jesus? And Muhammad say the same thing every day. That all you got, George? George. Oh, man. Thurman should fight Spence. Yeah, he should. He should. Rumor has it that Sleepy Tom Stevenson initially broke his graham cracker hands punching Canelo's chin. Yeah, that's something of legend. Billy Nelson furious about the Croker versus Donovan rematch. It made my day when IBF ordered the immediate rematch. What do you think about Bakali versus Ajagba? I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't know. Because, see, at this point, I was talking to Michael Hunter. And Michael Hunter brought up a good point. Michael was like, bro, you know, it like the damage you take from being unprepared like Bakali was could be residual. Meaning the punch that he took from Joseph Parker could have had ill effects, future effects on him. Kurt just killed one of them Louisiana skeeters. Yeah, it was something, man. They're not too well, they're bad here, but they're worse in the Caribbean, bro. The Caribbean, they're fast. Oh! They're fast like a mosquito that's fast like a fly is a scary ass insect, people. Spence hasn't fought since that Crawford mopping. Yeah. I think all those guys like that, Spence, shout out to Errol Spence, man. He needs a tune-up. Stop expecting these dudes to just jump right in there after a beating that he took. Do you guys understand something that seriously could have happened that night with Errol Spence? Errol Spence could have been killed. Errol Spence could have been killed. In fact, I think rounds probably 5 and 6. I think Terrence Crawford took it easy on him. You think Ryan Rozicki gonna beat Badu Jack? I'm not sure. Spence hasn't fought since that. Okay, we got that already. Crawford beat that dude like Drago versus Apollo. Yeah, and he could have almost ended up like Apollo too. Jay Roos. Think about that. Yeah, he held back. He didn't look. He didn't want to hurt. He could have, man. He could have finished Errol Spence. He could have finished Errol Spence, but he didn't. Yeah, he held back, man. He definitely held back because you can tell, because by round 3, he had Spence. Round 4, he was dominating Spence. Round 5, he was beating Spence. Round 6, he kind of eased off of Spence. He spared him. I mean, it looked like that. He probably would have killed Spence because Spence is a strong, big dude. So he didn't really, I don't think he knew how to, he didn't know, like when someone doesn't know how to lose, when they don't know how to grab, when they don't know how to submit, when they don't know how to take a knee or, you know what I mean, or take a standing eight. They don't know any of that. Errol Spence didn't know about that shit. Errol Spence was just doing what Errol Spence tried to do each and every time he stepped into the ring. But it was not going the way for the first time in his career like he thought. So he was therefore getting punished. He was getting hurt. He was getting beaten. And that's not something that's normally don't happen, but what normally could happen that's never happened, he could have got himself killed. You guys got to check it. You guys have to check this out, dude. You have to check out this this view. Look at the sun back there. Look at the sun back there, dude. Crazy. Now you can enlarge. It gets kind of weird. Spence hasn't been in a ring since, so it's safe to say that Crawford finished Spence already. Well, I mean, he beat Spence. And then I don't think it's really that, too. I think people need to take in consideration that Al Heyman's platform ain't where it was. He didn't have a platform, bro. So he didn't really know where to put him. You know, Showtime, they were cutting ties. He was cutting ties with them, or they were cutting ties with him. Fox, I think Fox has been down that road with him. So Fox was gone. Showtime was gone, you know. So, you know, and then you had him trying to see when he's going to come back to the sport. Then comes to find out he has an injury to his eye. Then he takes surgery. Then he goes and heals, you know, so it's a lot of stuff. I think Usyk going to fight Dubois next. I don't think he likes Dubois. I don't know. I just don't think it's, I don't think it's in his best interest to fight Dubois again. But then again, he just wants that belt back. Dude, yeah, this doesn't really equate what the sun actually looks like, though. So it looks a lot better with the naked eye. So the video doesn't give it justice. Usyk should retire, man. He could have. Honestly, I don't know why he's not. I think maybe because of the double undisputed desire, but I don't think that I really don't think that Usyk has anything else to prove. I mean, you beat AJ twice, you beat Daniel Dubois in his attempt for the belts. You beat Tyson Fury twice. You beat Derek Chisora. You beat Joe Joyce in the WSB. You know, no head, no gloves, no protection, right? So I mean, he's beaten guys, and he's put the stank on it because he's done it twice. He just didn't whoop a guy and then move on to the next. He didn't pull a Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, or Canelo Alvarez. No, he beat them. He beat them, bro. And honestly, the first fight with Tyson Fury should have been stopped. People don't talk about that shit enough. It should have been stopped. Usyk got one more fight and he's out, in my opinion. He might be. Claudius would have to look at Usyk in a different light if he becomes double undisputed. I mean, he should. Yeah. I mean, it's about time we had somebody dominant, and then Usyk is making all the moves to be that dominant champion as far as championship belts go. But overall, though, honestly, I think that there are better challenges than Daniel Dubois. Why? Because he's already beat Daniel Dubois, god damn it. That's why. He's already beaten him. So him beating Daniel Dubois means nothing. Oh, that's what that is, this water hole. I mean, you know, Louisiana, you see shit like this. Look at this, a big water hole just sitting there chilling. Look at that, a water hole. It's a water hole. Caballo's body blows could cause Usyk problems. I know they can. He's going to have to stay moving all night to stop Caballo from chopping his ass down and hurting him to the body. And who's to say he won't do that? That fight's dangerous from anybody. Why you think Joshua? Yeah, Caballo's the real thing. He'll touch, punch. Touch, punch. Yeah, he's the real deal. Yeah, you know that because he taxed your ass in sparring too. So the word around the campfire is Caballo gave everybody the blues when he started punching and kicking ass. You didn't hear about that news, did you? Bud changed Spence for good. They shouldn't have waited all that time, bro. They shouldn't have waited all that time. They should have gave Bud the opportunity. And I don't think he would have beat Bud then. Bud would have whooped his ass a long time ago. I've been telling people about that. People keep sleeping on Bud. You know, Bud's challenging himself because there's nobody really that's going to, you know, that he feels that's a challenge. That's a mind of a great seeker. He's a guy that wants to be great. You know what I mean? If he goes up there and beats Canelo Alvarez, Canelo, he's thick, got a thick neck, thick calves. He's a thick boy, but he ain't huge. You know, he's just thicker than Bud. But see, one thing about Canelo is going to always have problems with boxers. He had problems with Lard, just like he had problems with Floyd. He's not going to whoop guys like that. Those are his kryptonite. Boxers that can box and move and have a high ring IQ, that's good at counterpunching, that knows distance. And you got another guy that's a 75-inch reacher. Who is that? Terrence Crawford. See, Terrence is going to be able to pick and punch and jab and counter because you know he switch hits. So he's going to be doing, like, look, Terrence is going to be doing shit like jab and hooking off the jab with the right hand lead. And then he's going to switch over to orthodox. Then he's going to jab. He's going to feel out Canelo. And Canelo, my problem with Canelo, with my worries with him fighting Crawford is, Jesus, go away. Leave me alone. These damn bugs make you punch and slap yourself. They want to do that. They'll fly up on you and then fly off. But listen, he doesn't know how to cut the ring off. If he knew how to cut the ring off, he would be more successful. Like if Canelo fought like Derek Chisora, he would probably beat the Terrence Crawford because then he would cut the ring off. But my thing is, what happens when Canelo hits Crawford with the same shot he hit Munguia with, or Belanga with? Where does that chin? What does it do to the chin of Terrence Crawford? Because see, when you hit Crawford, he's gonna try to get you back because you pissed him off. So if he don't put him on Queer Street when he drops, or if he drops him, Terrence is gonna get up ready for war because Terrence is that type of dude. You hurt Terrence is gonna get mad and he's gonna want to fight you. You know what I mean? Is that what Canelo wants? Is that what he needs? Is that what he's asking for? Is that what he's trying to lure Crawford into? I don't know. Crawford wants it more than Canelo. Will is a powerful thing. I'm gonna tell you, Crawford, people think that, you know. Canelo's tough though. Canelo's never been put down. That's why I don't think he'll be stopped. But can he be outboxed? We've seen him outboxed. We've seen people outbox him. 3 people have outboxed Canelo Alvarez already. 3. Bivol, Lara, and Floyd. They've all outboxed him. See, the thing about Lara, everybody talks this shit about. Oh, well, he ran. He boxed and moved Canelo, and Canelo did nothing. He worked the body because he had nothing else to punch at. Every time he punched him in the head, he ended up swinging and missing and looked foolish. That's what happened in that fight. He did not look good because the style of Lara would not make him look good. He could not catch Lara, and Lara could catch him. That was the equation of the whole fight. Now, did Lara slack off? Sure, because he's seen himself easily outboxing Canelo. You know, the arrogance that he thought that he could win a decision, he you know, that's crazy. But 117 to 111, Levi Martinez's scorecard was not going to change. I don't give a shit how long he slowed down or how much he slowed down. Bud by unanimous decision, masterclass style. Watch people. Watch what happens. Terrence would do a better job than Mayweather did Canelo. We'll see. Because Mayweather was 36 years old when he fought Canelo, and Canelo was 22? Or was he 23? He was one of those. For Usyk, it's the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Hence why he ain't picking fresh meat. Tony Lyons, you know, that may be the case. Oh, he was 23, because I know he turned 24. He turned 24 right after he decisioned Lara. And I remember that. Kurt, my boys got school tomorrow morning, so I've got to go to bed, bro. So I'll pick up the rest of this morning. Hey, man, I'm about to jump off of here anyway, because I got to go in. And I know they got a lot of loud music in here. So I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to work on some content tonight for you guys. Be safe, be blessed. And everybody enjoy the rest of your Sunday/Monday. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.